He is absolutely starving. He's so skinny. And this, my friends, is why we take kittens away when they're 5 weeks or 6 weeks. He's about 5.5 maybe. This farm is where I have fixed a few ferals, and I've fixed all of them but 2 really hard to catch calicos. So I've gotten some litters of kittens here before, and I'm trying in a few more days to get those hard to catch calicos. Some are born in the barn and some are born over in this horse trailer. And I'm trying really hard to make it so that this litter that I'm picking up is the very last litter that will come out of here. I'm going to leave the trap set overnight in the barns and really try to get those really tricky moms. But he said he has a kitten in a bucket for me, the last litter, so let's go get that kitten. You can hear the little baby in there meowing. Hi, honey. Can you see in there? Hi, honey. Hi. Should we try to get you out? I know, it's so scary. Hi. You're so cute. Alright, let's get the carrier open. Hi, sweet thing. Are you so stressed? Let's get you out. Oh, I know. I know. Well, that was harder than it needed to be.
She's so cute, though.
You're very scared. Lots of screeching, huh? So scary. Tried to bite me. Oh, you're so scared. We'll get you tame in no time. Yes, we will. I gave her a blanket, and this was her reaction. You're so mad. I do think she's got a little bit of ringworm.
Yeah, she does.
You're okay. Here's your blanket. She's doing this thing with her head that another kitten did last year, and that litter had a seizure disorder.
What happened to that another kitten, Mom?
2 of them died, and 1 of them has to be on seizure medicine. So I'm hoping that she's just scared, and that's why she's moving her head around so much. He is absolutely starving. He's so skinny. And this, my friends, is why we take kittens away when they're 5 weeks or 6 weeks. He's about 5.5 maybe, because he has ringworm, he has diarrhea, he has a little bit of a snotty nose, he's super skinny, very hungry, and sometimes the mom cat's milk starts to dry up, and sometimes they don't have a good enough food source to do well. Sometimes they have so much going on that they just don't make it. The mortality rate for kittens is about 50%, don't make it to adulthood, for feral kittens. And so sometimes people say, oh, that's so mean, you should leave them with their moms till they're 8 weeks or 10 weeks, or you should just leave them in their colony forever. And some kittens do stay in their colony forever. But if we can get them at this age, especially if they're struggling, we can save a lot of lives. And if we get the moms at the same time, then we can stop that cycle. So the little kittens are up here at the top of the barn, and they are living in here under the floor. So let's see what we have here. Do we have a little baby? Come here. Let's see. Oh, you look just like your brother. Hi, honey. Oh, how cute.
And guess what? That one is Sam, and that one is Noah, and that one is Window Dash.
That is true. They're having some snacks. They're having some canned food. You want to say hi? Come here. Let's see. Is this the little guy? This is the little guy. He's got canned food on him. And he's See how he wobbles his head around. Come here, sweet boy. Look at this belly. He's got such a big belly now. Hi, sweetie boy. You see how he has fur loss because of his ringworm. And he's got wet food because he just ate. But he's a chubby boy now. He was so skinny when we first got him. Now he's got a big old belly. And this little girl, hi. She's so cute. She's a chubby too. And she's got a big patch of ringworm where her fur is missing on her head, don't you? She says, let me eat. And this little playful girl, come here, beautiful. She is playful. And she's a big girl. She likes to take care of her siblings. I'm gonna go hide. And you can see where she's got some ringworm on her tail. Yes. And they are just, you can see on his paw how he has fur missing. And these guys came from a place where they're usually pretty covered in ringworm. And these guys are no different. See, there's fur missing on the tail. Normally I'd be wearing gloves. You can get it, so you really should be wearing gloves. I'm just kind of showing you right now. See the ringworm on the paw. So they look really, really scruffy, but they're very, very sweet, and they're doing great. They're gaining weight, and they're so cute. So these guys are about to go to their new foster home. I'm kind of the in-between foster. I get them all situated, and I find them a long-term foster home that will help them get over their ringworm and keep them until they're fixed and all vaccinated, microchipped, and then they can find new homes. So let me show you them. You'll see that they have lots of ringworm, but other than that, they're a lot healthier. So this is a sweet little girl with bat ears. She's very fluffy. She's just got a little back, so she's a little wet. Look at those long whiskers. She's a sweetheart. And then we have this little beautiful calico. This is Rainbow Dash. She's a beautiful calico. Look at those whiskers and that hair on her ears. You can see on her face she has some ringworm, and you can also see on her paws she has some ringworm. Lots of fur missing. These guys are pretty covered in ringworm, but we're going to get them all treated and feeling all better. When they were with me, I gave them some diarrhea meds and dewormed them, and they were pretty skinny, so we fed them lots of canned food and got them all chubby, as you'll see with this little guy. This little boy worried me at first because he's got something extra going on, and we're kind of waiting to see if it turns out to be a neurological thing that he was born with. We thought at first it might be a seizure disorder, and started him on some meds, but I think it might be neurological. He just sways his head back and forth a lot. When the farmer found him, he was walking in circles. But now he's doing really well. He just sways his head back and forth. And other than that, look how chunky he's gotten. He has a big belly because he loves to eat his canned food. He was so skinny when I got him. I was worried about him. But he's doing great. You can see how he's got some ringworm too. So he looks very scruffy. But we're going to send them to their other foster home and get them on their way to being all healthy and completely ready for new homes. And this is the one that was in the orange bucket. This was the orange bucket kitten. He was the first one that I picked up that the farmer found first. Yeah, and you're sweet, aren't you?
So what does the foster do? You send these kittens to the foster.
Yeah, I have a video about ringworm, and you can see that for more information, but she'll be giving baths and putting on cream and doing all that good stuff to get rid of the ringworm. Then they'll get 3 sets of vaccines, and when they're big enough, they'll get fixed, and we'll get them microchipped so that if they ever get lost, we can find them again, and then they'll be ready for their new homes and they can get adopted.
So they're already pretty tame, right?
Yes, luckily they were caught young enough that they tamed very quick. They were hissy at first. They were very hissy, but as soon as they got fed and petted a couple times, they realized that people are going to take care of them like their mom, and so they're very tame. It didn't take much work for these guys. And they're about 6 weeks now. They were about 5.5 weeks when we got them, so they might be about 6.5 weeks, but they're sweethearts.